where one company is quietly preparing to rewrite the rules once again. Samsung, the South Korean tech giant, is making massive changes to its next generation of flagship devices on setting the stage for what could be the biggest leap in Galaxy history. According to new reports and leaks spreading across the tech community, the company's next lineup will include 3 stunning devices: the Galaxy S26 Pro, the Galaxy S26 Edge, and the ultimate top-tier model, the Galaxy S26 Ultra. These phones aren't just another upgrade in the long-running Galaxy series. They represent a turning point in how Samsung approaches design, performance, and innovation. The most talked about of them all, the Galaxy S26 Pro, has recently made headlines as new information about its chipset and major upgrades surfaced online, giving us an almost complete picture of what to expect from this upcoming beast. The details point towards something very ambitious, something that could potentially shake the balance of power between Samsung, Apple, and Qualcomm in ways we haven't seen before. And it all starts with the new Exynos 2600 chip. This chip isn't just another iteration of Samsung's in-house processor. It could be the one that finally puts Exynos back in the spotlight after years of criticism. According to the latest insider data, Samsung is preparing to launch the Galaxy S26 lineup in early 2026, most likely in February, following its traditional Galaxy S series release cycle. For years, Samsung's premium non-foldable phones have been known for their cutting-edge hardware and sleek design. But this generation promises something even bigger: a complete overhaul, both inside and out. Multiple sources confirm that the Galaxy S26 Pro will be powered by Samsung's new Exynos 2600 chipset in most regions, while a select few markets, particularly the United States and China, will instead receive Qualcomm's upcoming Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor. That dual-chip strategy might sound familiar, but this time, it comes with a twist. For the first time in years, Samsung's Exynos variant could actually outperform its Snapdragon counterpart, something no one thought possible just a few generations ago. According to trusted leak trackers, the Exynos 2600 will be manufactured using Samsung Foundry's groundbreaking 2nm fabrication process, the company's most advanced node to date. It delivers better efficiency, lower power consumption, and dramatically improved thermal performance. Early reports describe it as a 10-core CPU setup featuring ARM's cutting-edge C1 series cores, built for power, balance, and efficiency. But the real magic happens in the graphics department. The chip will reportedly include the new Xclipse 950 GPU, based on AMD's RDNA architecture. This collaboration between Samsung and AMD isn't new, but this time, it's being taken to the next level. We're talking console-grade graphics performance on a smartphone, capable of advanced ray tracing, realistic lighting, and smoother frame rates, even in the most demanding games. If early benchmarks are accurate, this chip could outperform both the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 and Apple's A19 Pro, the chip that powers the iPhone 17 series. If that happens, the Galaxy S26 Pro wouldn't just close the performance gap with Apple, it could overtake it. That's a huge deal. However, performance isn't just about numbers. Real-world use depends on optimization. Samsung is reportedly working tirelessly to ensure that this time, the Exynos version doesn't fall behind in any key area. The company began mass production of the Exynos 2600 in September, signaling strong confidence in its readiness for global deployment. What's even more interesting is that the Galaxy S26 Pro might not be alone in using this new architecture. Industry insiders claim Samsung has decided to bring back the Galaxy S26 Plus, a last-minute addition that sits between the S26 Pro and S26 Ultra. This move could help Samsung cover every possible market segment, from premium mid-tier to ultra-luxury flagship. Both the S26 Pro and S26 Plus are expected to use the same chip strategy: Exynos for most regions, Snapdragon for the US and China. And while some differences may remain, both versions are expected to deliver near-identical performance. The fact that Samsung is once again putting faith in its own silicon signals a renewed sense of pride and ambition within the company. The Exynos 2600 is being described as the result of years of collaboration, testing, and refinement between Samsung's semiconductor division and AMD's graphics team. The second-nanometer process allows more transistors to be packed into a smaller space, boosting both efficiency and performance, while the RDNA-based GPU architecture provides raw graphical power that rivals handheld consoles. In simple terms, Samsung wants to make sure the next Galaxy isn't just a smartphone, it's a high-performance computing machine that fits in your pocket. Beyond hardware, Samsung is rumored to be refining the design and materials of the Galaxy S26 series. Early prototype leaks suggest thinner bezels, smoother edges, and a glass and metal construction that gives a futuristic, seamless appearance. The Galaxy S26 Edge, as the name implies, is expected to revive Samsung's classic curved screen aesthetic, but this time in a more balanced and symmetrical way. The screen may curve gently on both sides, merging into the metal frame to create a natural, comfortable grip, while still maximizing display space. The Galaxy S26 Pro, meanwhile, will likely go for a slightly flatter display optimized for productivity, gaming, and content creation, all while keeping the same premium materials and visual language. And then there's the Galaxy S26 Ultra, the ultimate powerhouse. It's expected to continue Samsung's tradition of delivering the best cameras, biggest battery, and full S Pen support for professional users. Camera upgrades across the S26 lineup are expected to be significant, with a huge focus on AI-driven improvements. Samsung has been investing heavily in computational photography, and with the power of the Exynos 2600's AI engines, the company may finally achieve DSLR-like realism in mobile photography, enhanced low-light processing, superior portrait depth, and next-gen HDR rendering are expected to play major roles in image quality. The AI capabilities of the new chipset will go beyond photography, powering on-device learning that adapts to user habits, optimizes battery life, and predicts performance needs dynamically. This could make the S26 Pro one of the smartest smartphones ever released. By the time the S26 lineup launches in February 2026, Apple will have its iPhone 17 Pro Max with the A19 Pro chip, and Google will push the Pixel 10 with its Tensor G5. But if Samsung's 2nm process and RDNA GPU deliver as promised, the Galaxy S26 Pro could easily become the most balanced, powerful, and efficient flagship of its generation. These devices aren't just phones. They're a declaration of intent. A statement that Samsung is ready to reclaim the performance crown and redefine what Android smartphones are capable of. One of the biggest surprises could come from One UI 7, powered by Samsung's new AI-integrated interface. This next-gen software is designed to understand user behavior more intuitively, learning habits, predicting actions, and adapting the phone's resources in real time. Imagine a phone that adjusts its refresh rate, brightness, and battery optimization, not just based on the environment, but on your daily patterns. This is Samsung's vision of AI-driven personalization, a phone that feels alive, evolving as you use it. Camera-wise, leaks hint at a new generation of AI-powered image processing that dramatically improves motion tracking, low-light clarity, and color accuracy. The Exynos 2600's powerful GPU could even enable real-time rendering of HDR and tone mapping, giving videographers 8K recording with smoother stabilization and less distortion. And because of the 2nm efficiency and advanced vapor cooling, this performance won't come at the cost of battery life. For gamers, the story gets even better. With AMD's RDNA GPU inside, Samsung is pushing for console-quality mobile gaming, complete with realistic reflections, dynamic lighting, and smoother gameplay. It's a glimpse into the future of handheld entertainment. Samsung is clearly on a mission, not just to build the most powerful smartphone, but to build the most intelligent, efficient, and beautifully designed ecosystem ever seen on Android. From chip to display to software, every element of the Galaxy S26 lineup has been crafted to work in harmony. That's something only a company with Samsung's scale and integration can achieve. As excitement builds for the Galaxy S26 Pro, Edge, and Ultra, one thing is certain. Samsung isn't just making another smartphone. It's building the blueprint for the next decade of mobile innovation.